Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about the stimulus, the second stimulus plan, the second stimulus check, and let's see exactly how far we've gotten. So the short answer is we haven't gotten that far. So it seems as if the Republicans and Democrats just aren't coming to any type of agreements. You have the Republicans that want to split the bill up to get things passed, which I think would kind of be a good idea in order to get people money now. But then the Democrats, they don't want to do that because they feel like the Republicans will use that to their advantage. Things like go on vacation, which they do like next week again. And once they go on vacation, typically they're not going to do any work. So I guess I see the advantages of both sides of getting a bill passed that has everything versus the pieces. But then I also see the advantages of getting pieces passed so that you can help the people now and work on whatever other stuff you're arguing later. The only problem is, in a sense, everything's kind of important. It's very interesting to see that it's taking so long to just agree. Now, personally, I'd like the Heroes Act bill that was passed by the House like 3 months ago, and that the Senate left on the table for 2 months. Now, the Senate is trying to blame the Democrats by saying, oh, they're not passing any of our bills, but yet, they didn't pass on, the Heroes Act, and they declined that, and they just sat around for 2 months saying, well, we'll see what happens. So there's a lot of politics involved, and everybody's pointing the fingers at each other. Meanwhile, the people who are suffering are the people who really need something. And the truth is, with everything that's going on right now, we're clearly not anywhere close to the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't even know if we're in the middle. There's so many different issues with that, and as we're seeing things start to retract, that start to move forward, it just puts us in a bad position. And as well as our economy, like we said before, behind the scenes is not doing so well. So in the midst of this, we have had another proposal come out. Now, before, we knew that the $1,200 stimulus check was definitely, in a sense, confirmed between both parties to say, hey, people are going to need a stimulus check. But now we have another proposal. Now, this proposal is called the CAF Act. And this one would basically give every person with a Social Security, $1,000. So what does that mean? That means if you are single, you would get like $200 less. Instead of getting $1,200, you get $1,000. Let's say if you have a family of four, instead of you getting the $1,200 plus the $1,200, which that's $2,400, plus $500, that's $2,900, plus another $500, that's $3,400. Instead of getting $3,400 for four people, a family of four, you now get $4,000. So you can see that you could get more money as a family than you would as a single household or a husband and wife that don't have kids. So all the while, I don't really understand how we have time to propose another act at this time. It just kind of makes sense that we really should be focusing on the people, because the people, they're hurting and have been hurting. Even though, yes, you had the $600 unemployment benefits on top of whatever state benefits, and some people are making $700, $800, $900 a week. As we said before, it does not mean that everybody was living good. So what we have is people who are considered rich and wealthy saying that, oh, $600 a week is too much money for people. So now they have let the unemployment benefit enhancement lapse. Some of the states are saying that, even if they were to extend it, then it's going to take, maybe a couple weeks to get up and running. I'm not sure how our government is continuing to operate off of these ancient old systems with all the money that our country makes and all the money that goes to our government. We still have these old systems. Now, with the unemployment, the Republicans have proposed to extend the $600 unemployment enhanced benefit for 1 week, and then go to some other form of payment, which would be $200 a week or maybe $400 a week. And the Democrats are pretty stuck on no, we need to extend the $600 a week period for the next 4 or 5 months. I still can't believe that $200 a week was offered to a world of people who are unemployed, and every week more people become unemployed, jobs become unstable, and there's more issues to deal with that are coming down the pipe. For example, we are in hurricane season, And that can also cause a lot more turmoil, a lot more financial heartache with a lot of people that are already trying to figure out what to do. There's so many things stacking against us financially and economically, and our country is the only country that has made it so difficult to even consider its people by not getting a bill passed, when we have other countries that they're pretty much just getting a set rate every single month period for their family to help them through this process. And so what I'm hoping is that something can happen immediately and faster, because if this doesn't happen, you have people who are already facing eviction, because the eviction extensions or protection around evictions, the moratoriums, there hasn't been any bill or anything passed for that. And so the longer you wait, the more people are going to end up actually getting evicted. And that's not what we want to see. Not during a pandemic where people lose their place, and then it's harder for them to get another place because they have an eviction on their record. And this is unbelievable, because it makes you really understand the importance of voting. Who did we vote for, and why is it so hard? It seems like we have kids in office that are spatting back and forth. Meanwhile, they're okay. They go on vacations. I mean, it almost seems like they don't really work much, obviously, and they don't have to deal with the financial issues that, a considerable amount of Americans are dealing with at this time. Even the people who are still working and essential workers, not everybody is making the money that they need anyway, because the situation at hand is not necessarily the easiest for everybody. So now, however, with everything that's going on, some states are trying to take, action themselves. Like, for example, California is trying to, pass their own stimulus bill of a sort to increase their unemployment by $600 to still help people. So now if they do that, then what we may see other states start to say, you know what, why don't we do the same thing? But that money doesn't come out of anywhere, so they have to take that money from something. As well as some states are trying to pass their own type of eviction protections and things like that. So whatever state you're in, just make sure you take a look around, see what your state has to offer. Some states have their own programs, and some companies are offering their own private funding, grants and different things like that as well. So take a look and see what's going on, just to try to help yourself. But as of right now, there hasn't been a lot of traction happening. It really shouldn't be taking this long, and this is something that could have been squared away months ago. To which we see now we're starting to come up on an election, and I'm pretty sure Trump wants to give a lot more money, because right now his approval rating is low, as well as he's currently not leading in the polls. And so of course he would love to get more money into people's hands, so that way that they can vote for him. So as well as we're in a pandemic, we're just in the middle of a big political hurricane where everybody's just trying to get what they want for whatever it is that they want, when the people are the most important. So currently, as of today, like I said, there's not much progress. So hopefully something will happen over the weekend and we can start to see some progress made, so that way that people aren't left stranded and left, wondering what they're going to do. All right, guys, so you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.